Alright, anyway. So this will be what if Kaguya raised Naruto? Well, technically, just genetically engineered him, kind of. Anyway, so, I'm gonna say a couple of days passed, and now everybody's aware that Naruto is gone. And in those days, I'm gonna say Tamari she didn't have the ability to open up gates like the Otsutsuki can, or some of them can, more or less. So she never was able to like go and look for Naruto. So the only thing she could do was wait for Naruto's chakra to appear somewhere around the world, or on a huge astral body sitting in the middle of the sky at night, aka the moon, because that's where Naruto usually went when he was feeling bothered. But basically, what Naruto did was he pulled the typical anime dad. He walked out and never came back. Let me stop. So what Naruto was doing was he was trying to find not like he was trying to find a way to like basically he was trying to find a way to stop Tamari from feeling the way that she does about him. And the reason why he wants to stop that is because if he knows that Tamari keeps going down this road, eventually Naruto is going to have to tell her certain things that he doesn't want to tell her. And I'm not going to tell y'all what those things are because I don't want to right now. I say that in all my videos and damn near tell y'all almost immediately so I don't forget. So that way y'all can remind me, but we're not going to talk about that. So what is it? Oh yeah, so Naruto was basically just trying to find a way to like let Tamari down without like messing with her. And I'm gonna say the person that he set this deal up with was Kaguya. So the deal that he has is it's with Kaguya. I'm gonna say Kaguya, the seal weakened just a little bit to where she'll be able to talk to Naruto through I don't know, telepathy or some shit, some telepathy jutsus. I don't know. Don't really care. So I'm gonna say she talked to Naruto and was like, you can you don't have to go through with the deal. You can just we like everybody could just be chilling. And Naruto's like, okay, but I don't think eventually I'm gonna have to tell him. And Naruto and I'm gonna say Kaguya was like, no, that is not something you tell him. No, not at all. And I'm gonna say Naruto was like, okay. But you still gonna bring back and I'm gonna say Kaguya was like, maybe. Just maybe. And Naruto was like, okay. So Naruto opens the portal into his room and I'm gonna say Hinata and Tamara was the only two people at the house because Hinata was mourning. Not mourning, was like cuddling Tamara because Tamara was mourning because she thought Naruto just got up and left the fucking planet. So, when they sense Naruto's chakra reappear, like, I'm gonna say Tamari gets up, she walks into the room, and Naruto, I'm gonna say Tamari gets up, but she stands in the living, like, she's just standing in the living room, right? And Naruto hits the corner and looks, and all he sees is, Tamari, dried up tears on her face, and he not to just look at her, I'm like, I should beat your ass. I should just fight you, just for no reason, just to fight you. I should just fight you. Like just throw hands at you, just for no reason. I would just want to throw hands at you right now. And I'm gonna say like Naruto through like half of it, like he was gonna say something. I'm gonna say like Tamari ran up and hugged him, and Naruto was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna need you to get off me, fam." But he didn't say that. He just stood there with that type of look, like, "Oh my fucking god, bro! Like, can you get off me?" And then after all that was over, after all the sappy shit was over with, and Naruto apologized, Tamari came across his head with that big ass fan. And couple minutes later, the Uchiha clan, the three remaining Uchiha, besides Madara. And yeah, besides Madara and Obito. They pull up. They talking to Naruto. Like they pull up, but they sense Naruto's chakra. So that's the reason why they pulled up though. Like they sense Naruto's chakra. So, like they pull up, they open the door and like, yo, Naruto, and Itachi's like, yo, them eyeballs though. Alright, I gotta stop disrespecting Itachi with this eyeball fetish shit. Anyway, so he's not Orochimaru. So, anyway, Itachi was like, yo, you good, fam? And Sasuke's like, yeah, your overpowered ass is gone for a minute. I actually felt strong before when you were gone. And I'm gonna say Shisui was like, yeah, I'm not what they was, but I'm just wondering was you good. And yeah, so Naruto, oh my fucking god, bro. So Naruto basically tell him like, yeah, I'm good. Then they catch wind of they was like we were what is it? We were investigating the tail beasts missing. Like some of the tail beasts from different villages are missing. If you were here, we probably would have just snuffed the people out already. But since you weren't, most of all the tail beasts are gone. Like they're just gone. The only two that are missing are the 8 and 9 tails, which is what you have. And Naruto, like I'm gonna say Naruto, like just looks up. And yeah, this is where I'll be. Let me stop. So Naruto like looks up and he just smiles a little bit. And they're like, why are you smiling? Like this is a grave emergency. And Naruto's like, oh yeah, I know. But see, the point is, do I care? And Naruto don't tell them anything. So like they're like left in the dark of why Naruto is smiling. So now they think it was Naruto. And that's a TikTok, baby. Yeah, okay, get the fuck off my screen. Thank you. Hold on, cause I don't know if that shit works or not, but I'm gonna just put that on just to be safe. I don't know. I don't really care. So I'm gonna say Itachi looks at Naruto like, why are you smiling? And Naruto was like, no reason. We just need to find out who's taking the tail beast. And this is where everything gets spicy, and this is where it gets toward the ending, so I could start a new what if. I'm a little disappointed in myself because I low-key know that some of y'all gonna be mad that I'm finna end this in like 2, maybe 3 more parts. But yeah. So Naruto, like, I'm gonna say Itachi and Shisui and them, I'm gonna say they were like looking after the 8 tails, but then like as soon as they left, word struck that the 8 tails was missing. So now I'm gonna say like the Hokages did a summit on the same day, which is why the 8 tails went missing, because it was during the travel. So the Raikage got there safely, but when Killer Bee was with the Raikage, I'm gonna say Madara came and put them underneath a genjutsu. Well, Obito did. So yeah. Well, we put the Raikage underneath the genjutsu. Everybody else is fine. So the Raikage gets there and they're like, oh, we need to find the person taking the tail beast. They took B, like they took Killer B, and I'm gonna say Obito instead of I'm gonna say Obito appears and declares war on all the villages. And I'm gonna say like right outside the Hidden Leaf, like I'm gonna say there was a way that they can that all the villages were able to contact each other really quickly. Because from what I understand, there is a jutsu where you can pathologically talk to each other. So I'm gonna say the Hidden Leaf village did it with all the other village ninjas in the all across the world. So they all just came running. Just a few million fucking ninjas just randomly just sprinting toward the Hidden Leaf village. Something slight. It's just bolting it toward the Hidden Leaf village. Including the Leaf Shinobi that were out on secret reconnaissance missions bolted back to the Leaf village. And Orochimaru and Kabuto still be on their bullshit, and they revived the Hokage. But, I think I killed off Kabuto. And if I didn't, I'm gonna say that nigga dead anyway. I do not fuck with Kabuto at all in the slightest. I don't like Kabuto. I don't know why. I just have an immense hatred for him. He make people that wear glasses look bad. And can't nobody tell me otherwise. So, anyway, Naruto basically like oh shit. When he Kamui away, like when Obito Kamui away, I'm saying Naruto opens the portal and get in, like was in there like, yo, like what's going on? That's sent some abnormal chakra, and then I'm gonna say Madara appears outside the village, and you know he just got resurrected, so it's not like, yeah, it's not like dangerous. Like he's not, you know, Sage's 6 paths ghetto statue type shit right now. He's not that right now, but he's getting there. So the same thing that happened in canon when he first got reanimated, he bodied damn near half the fucking shinobi forces in a matter of fucking seconds. Like they don't call this nigga the god of ninjas for fucking nothing. Like I am sorry, but I'm not fighting that shit. And I'm gonna say the only people that like stood a chance, technically, I'm gonna just say it was Shisui, you know. It was Shisui, Neji, Hinata, Itachi, Sakura. She was healing them. Shut the fuck up. I know I got some Sakura haters as followers. It's okay though. It's okay. You know, we all watch the same anime. We all know Sakura's fuck ups. It's good. We all know what she fucked up. As long as you don't run around saying she should be Hokage, we should be fucking fine. Anyway, so so like yeah, basically a little Build-A-Bear group that was with Naruto. And I'm gonna say like they retreat, and now like not retreat, but like Madara leaves because I don't know what the fuck they did, because I haven't watched. This is all once again coming off the top of my head. There are no cards in front of me. So I'm kind of like remembering. Now, given it would be better if I put my thoughts on cards and then read it off, but it sounds more like, to me, it just sounds more like I'm a fucking robot if I read it off a card. Like, that's just my opinion. I don't like reading things directly off of a piece of paper because to me, I lose fucking interest in it immediately. Anyway, so Naruto kinda like, no, not Naruto, like Madara and them leave, and I'm gonna say like a couple of days passed. Then all the Zetsu and stuff started appearing, and they start fighting. And I'm gonna say like halfway through that, like wherever the fuck they were fighting at in canon, that's where Madara and them was. So after they finished killing off all the Zetsu and the strong ninja survive, the weak ninja die. The weak ninja die. So that means let me stop. So anyway, Naruto basically like, what the fuck? I forgot what I was gonna say. Yeah, I'm gonna say Naruto uses a portal and like kind of teleports every shinobi that was able to fight over to where Madara was, and like the four Hokage, like the Hokage, yeah, the four Hokage that died, you know, respawn because fucking Orochimaru. And I'm not gonna lie, that's for like the one thing that I fucked with Orochimaru about, was because of that fact. But don't get me wrong, Haru's gonna get his, and that other bitch nigga gonna get his. I don't know his fucking name. I know he was a second Hokage. I fucking ate him. He ain't never have to treat the Uchiha clan like that. That was like the most coolest shit he's ever, like, ooh, all to stick you in your fucking throat type shit. Anyway, so um, they get there and they see like, oh, there's 4 Uchiha remaining, which is, well, 5. And I'm gonna say Obito starts talking to Naruto, and Naruto like kind of brushes that shit off. And since Naruto don't think he needs a lot of power, when Obito uses his wood release thing, um, I'm gonna say Naruto wasn't paying attention to Hinata, and Neji still gets got. Yeah, Neji gets got in this one. Yep, Neji gets got. Fucking tragic, but it happens. So Naruto, like he sees the shit, and everybody notices like the little blue aura that's starting to surround Naruto. But you know, Tamari grabs his hand and Hinata grabs his hand and was like, "Yo, we were right here with it. Like Neji died protecting us, protecting you, my guy. Like, cause I was protecting you, but you know he protected me, so now you gotta live for him." And yeah, shit like that. So Naruto erupts in a blue chakra, like the little sky blue chakra that he has. And everybody else around the battlefield does it too. And I'm gonna say Minato was like, I don't know what the fuck type steroids that they fed you, but I don't like it. I don't, because it's not fair. And I'm gonna say Sasuke was in the back like, that's what I've been saying this entire fucking series. Like, this shit isn't fucking fair. Shinobi's not being fair. Why couldn't I be like that? I just had Sasuke break fourth wall, if y'all didn't know. If y'all couldn't, yeah. Anyway. He's like, yeah, like, this is not fucking fair. And Minato looked back at Sasuke like, you see this shit? He's like, yeah. Yeah, I see it. I fucking see it. And the viewers see this shit too. Don't y'all see this? I know y'all see that shit. And, due to Naruto being too over OP, I'ma say the Nine Tails and Minato gets taken away instead of the Nine Tails and Naruto. So, you know, Obito still turns into like the what's name, the Sage, like the weird bootlegger version of the Sage of Six Paths. And then Black Zetsu was finna strike, but he didn't because Naruto was right there, and Naruto looked like he wanted to beat his ass, so he let that happen. Naruto, you know, jumps up there and starts giving him them hands. They're just pure hands. Nothing but raw hands. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Like if somebody, like let's say like your girlfriend broke up with you, right? But she didn't break up with you on a normal basis. Like she broke up with you while with the nigga she was going out with. Like she's been going out with you and this one nigga for like fucking forever. And you didn't know, and you catch her cheating, and then she just turns around like, I'm breaking up with you. And I know you got that fight or flight moment where you just ready to give out pure fucking hands, but then you realize it's a girl, so you gonna turn to the nearest fucking person that's not a girl and just give them pure fucking hands. That's exactly what Naruto was like. And since Obito had just enough power to not die almost immediately from Naruto's pure fucking hands, that's what Naruto's finna get this nigga. Pure fucking hands. So, Naruto gives this man pure fucking hands. Madara takes the Madara takes the power of the fucking tailed beast, I think. Yeah, of the tailed beast or the 10 tails. Obito figures out that his life is a fucking lie. And Naruto's talking to him like, yeah, you bitch. Like, you killed Neji, bitch. You did all this shit. And the person that, quote unquote, saved your life lied to you, fam. Killed your loved ones, fam. How you feel? Let me know. Better yet, don't even let me know. Just sit there and sulk. Yo, salty ass. And yeah. I'm sorry if I seem like I'm rushing this part. I'm just trying to get all like my videos out and uploaded. Yeah, but I'm gonna try to slow down in my other videos. So any other video that I post today, it might be less of me ranting and more of me focusing on the story. But yeah. So Naruto basically, like he turns around and he sees Madara's in that form. And everybody starts fighting Madara, Guy still does the same thing that he did in canon, but Naruto heals him before, he kicks the bucket. And right before, like, he's able to put everybody underneath the infinite Tsukuyomi, Black Zetsu turns him into Kaguya. Kaguya is now out of the seal. And she looks down and she smirks at Naruto. And the first thing that Naruto does is looks at Tamari and was like, Mike, please tell me that you can fight. And she was like, we haven't really used that chakra, so yeah. And Naruto's like, oh, that's great. Anybody that is not me or Tamari, I'm gonna need y'all to evacuate the premises now. Cause y'all lives will be in danger once this starts. I'm letting y'all know this now. Vacate the premises. And Sasuke is still in the back, like, this motherfucker just told me to leave. I'm strong. I'm so confused. It's over. It's so overpowered. It's not fair. Dude be like, anyway, let me stop joking around. So, Naruto, like, tells Kaguya, like, yo, this could wait, right? And Kaguya was like, no, it definitely can't. You're catching the hands. What was the last thing you told me? You said, oh, we should have one final training session. And when I said no, you was like, okay. When you come back, or whenever you get back to the planet, I'm gonna beat you up. So Kaguya was like, so what's up with them hands? And Naruto gulps and was like, well, I think I could do this. So, those three start fighting, and everybody's just amazed. And Minato's like, bro. He turns toward Haruzen and was like, what were you feeding him? Like, were you just feeding him Hashirama cells? And Hashirama just turns around and was like, I don't know the fuck he was feeding him. I want some. Like, I'm gonna say, like, the second Hokage turns around and sees Sasuke flipping out because he's not as strong as Naruto, and Shisui is giving this man the death stare type shit, like the death stare, and he was like, damn, Uchihas. And I'm gonna say he turns around and Sasuke and them like just appeared in front of him and was like, what the fuck you just say to us? Like, the fuck you say to me, little shit? Anyway. So like they're talking to him. And I'm gonna say he uses his chakra pressure, whatever the fuck he was using. And in the middle of that, I'm saying Naruto turns around and Kaguya backhands this nigga into a fucking thing, and Naruto looks at her like, bro, can we take this somewhere else before we end up destroying the planet just because you want to be all brutal and mean? And I'm gonna say Black Zetsu was like, yes, let's go somewhere else, yes. Kaguya sighs, opens up a portal, picks Naruto up and throws him through it into and she nudges, like, she nudges Tamari to go through it. Tamari goes through, and Hinata was like, wait, motherfucker, why not invited? And, I'm gonna say Kaguya looks toward her and winks. That's it. And if y'all ask where Inkei is nowhere to be found. Inkei after Kaguya, Inkei's main objective was to make sure that Kaguya stayed alive. So once Kaguya was like alive and well, you can say, he left the planet. Like, after that, there was no I'm gonna say anybody that met him besides Naruto and the main cast of characters that lived with him, anybody past that don't know this nigga exists. Like no one, not even the Hokages now know that this man exists. They all thought they Naruto was just talking to some weird ass person. Like that's it. They thought it was always Naruto, or Naruto talking to himself, or the Nine Tails talking to Naruto, some shit like that. Inkei at that point in time just does not exist to them. So, like, yeah, they're fighting, and I'm gonna say the six paths appear. I was like, come on, can we just be friends? And I'm gonna say Naruto was like, we are friends, we just throwing hands. And Kaguya was like, yeah, I think I'm about done now. But you know, eventually, Naruto, you will catch these serious hands. And Naruto stops and turns around like, wait, the one serious? Like, do I'm afraid. And I'm gonna say he looked toward Tamari, and Tamari shrugs her shoulders like, hey, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. And like they come back through the portal, and the first thing that they see is like, you know, the first and second Hokages, you know, arguing with each other over the Uchiha clan. And Kaguya wastes no time. First, she she puts the tail beast back into the world because she doesn't want the people that was holding the tail beast to just die off entirely. So she puts them back into the world, and everybody that held the tail beast, you know, came back to life. And I'm gonna say she walks up to the reanimated Minato and restores his life. And man's is like, what the fuck? What? Oh, huh? And then, you know, forgot her name again. Shit. Naruto's mom gets restored and everything's alright with the world. Let me stop. There's another huge threat coming. This is not the last part. But I'm gonna just skip to Boruto, because why the fuck not? So, it's not called Boruto though. I'm gonna just say I skipped to a couple of years ahead. Naruto and Tamari does have a son. Hinata is alone. Sakura, I don't know. Sakura gets together with Sasuke. And that's it. Every other ship is still the same. The only difference is that Hinata's alone leading the Hyuga clan. And yeah. I know might get some hate for that. No, I might get some dislikes because I felt like I rushed this part. Anyway, so Naruto basically Naruto wakes up one day to a pissed off Kaguya. And naturally, I'm gonna say Kaguya and his mom, Kaguya and Kushina are very close friends. So naturally, if Kaguya is pissed off, 3, 2, 1, he gets fucking hit in the head by Kushina. And he looks up and he's like, why? And she's like, you fucking idiot. You're supposed to be Hokage. Did you forget? Like this is the day you're supposed to be. And Naruto's like, oh fuck, I can't believe I've done this. And he makes a portal and he gets there. And I'm gonna say tomorrow was like, I should bonk you in the head so hard. And he was like, it's not like that. And he puts on like the little robe thing. And mind you, Naruto still don't like the village. He just wanted to become Hokage just to piss everybody in the village that didn't like him off. So basically, when Naruto got up there, he was just giving big middle fingers to people that didn't fuck with him. But most of the village was cheering for him. It was just certain ones that he didn't fuck with. Anyway, so Naruto and Naruto and Tamari's baby. Naruto and Tamari's baby, his name is the Divine. You know, cause fuck it, why not? Interesting fact, my little sister wanted her name to be Divine. Instead, it's Devin. I hope she's not watching this, because that would be fucking terrible. And I'm going to say during their tuning exams, like the same thing in canon, during their tuning exams, instead of, her cheating, they have two children. They have Divine and, I'm gonna name the other one Devin. I'm gonna say they're twins. They're one's a girl and one's a boy. I don't know what the fuck those twins are called. Yeah. One's named Divine and the other one's named Devin. They're double D. That shit sounded so fucking weird. Anyway, so yeah. Naruto, like, they basically, so first off, the dude with the kinetic sand, it's not a threat. Not a threat at all. In fact, it's the least bit of their fucking worries. Everything goes to canon. The only difference is that they don't use cheats. They're just restricted from using their little eyes on their hands and shit. Because they're basically like Naruto and Temari were half human and half Otsutsuki. And if a half human and a half Otsutsuki comes together, they're gonna make another half human Otsutsuki. And since Naruto was already overpowered, and Temari was like a base Otsutsuki kind of, their offspring is gonna be gods. Anyway, so yeah, they were just restricted from using the eye on their hand. I'm only gonna give them one eye, but I'm not going into detail because I'm not gonna go all the way throughout Boruto. This is like the last part. It's like the second to last part. Naruto senses something, so he tells like his children, like, yo, y'all should like get everybody out of here. And basically, one of his children is like the god at making the portals. Like that's not his unique ability. He just likes making portals. So he makes a bunch of portals, and he's like, okay, now what? And he's like, y'all should get out of here. And Kaguya appears, and they're like, ooh, wait, if she has to appear, it has to be serious. And then Minato appears, and by this time, they are some old boys. Well, I wouldn't say they're old because they were like 20 when they died, like around 20s, like early 20s, like yeah, early 20s, yeah. So I'm gonna say like they're in their late 30s. Yeah, yeah, cause yeah, okay. So Naruto, like basically, oh, I guess my old man still does got something in the tank. And I'm gonna say Minato looks at him like, fam, I'm only like 35, like, damn. He's like, where's Kushina? And it's like, oh, she's over there scolding your son. And Naruto's like, what did he do this time? And he's like, oh, he made a portal, um, and she didn't, like, I don't know, some random shit. And I'm gonna say Naruto turns and looks at Minato like, some sounds about right. And they both share a laugh. And then, Inkei appears along with Momoshiki and that one dude. And I'm gonna say Mitsuki comes and tries to fight, but he still gets that shit snatched out of him. But this time, instead of dude just, oh, I'm gonna just go through this fucking portal, no, Kaguya stops that shit. She's like, Mike, that's his, give it back. Anyway, this is where I'm gonna be ending this part off. If y'all wondering, yes, Mitsuki does get that shit back, meaning that he doesn't leave village and all that other bullshit. But this is where I'm gonna be ending this part off. I hate the fact that I had the rest of this, but I have some things to do, and I'm trying to upload as much as I possibly can because I'm going through some shit right now. So I apologize if this video feels rushed. Anyway, peace out.